Welcome to this video. In this video, I want to talk about how to reduce reverb and echo on your videos. Now, one of the things that really plagues a lot of people is reverb. And that is sort of echo sound in the background when you're recording your videos. Now, this is caused by usually the location where you're recording. If you've got, like me, wooden floors, you've got a plasterboard wall, you've got wooden desk, you've got windows in front of you, that can generate a lot of echo. So I decided to work out exactly what I needed to do to reduce the amount of reverb on my videos. The first thing that was obvious was I had to get as close to the microphone as possible. When you think about it, that makes sense, because if your microphone is 18 inches away, then the sound has further to travel. It's got time to pick up echo, especially if you're recording in front of a desktop monitor, which has got a sheet of glass. If your microphone's right in front of it, there's not that much distance between the microphone and the monitor. So step one is to make sure that your microphone is as close as possible. Now, this is actually the closest I've ever recorded. The microphone is sat probably about 2 inches from my mouth. The next most important thing is to do whatever you can to help reduce reverb and echo. Now, to record this, what I've done is I've closed the curtains, I've put a towel on top of the desk, and I've hung a duvet on the wall next to me. And so that should reduce a lot of the echo. So the rest of this video is going to be a sound test. And that is where I started with lots of dampening all around the room and slowly removed it bit by bit, so you can get to see exactly what makes a difference. Hope you enjoy it. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions. The microphone I am using is a Thompson CO1U. I recorded in Audacity and I did use the noise reduction filter. That's the only post-production that I have done on it. Thanks a lot, guys. Enjoy the video. Bye. Hi guys, welcome to this little test that I'm going to do. What this is simply a sound test. So what I've done, I've deadened the sound as much as possible in the office, and we're going to see how it goes as I remove different levels of deadening. I will clean up every part of this track when I'm finished using Audacity and the noise remove function. That is pretty much the only effect that I'll use. So what have I got at the moment? Well, at the moment, I've got the curtains closed. I've got a duvet on the wall. I've actually got a duvet on the wooden floor. I've got a towel over my desk in the area where I'm recording. And I've got the microphone sat on a much thicker towel. All this actually helps get rid of some vibration, etc., and some noise. So this should be the best that you hear. So what I'll do is, as I remove stuff, I will tell you what I've removed. The first part of this test, and actually probably most important, is distance from your mouth to the microphone. Now, at the moment, I'm pretty close. This is probably the closest I've ever been to the microphone when I'm recording. In this case, it is literally, I would say, 2 to 3 inches, maybe 4 inches. So what I'm going to do is I'm gradually going to move the microphone backwards so you can hear the difference. And I'll also do this when I've removed most of the sound deadening, so you can see that as well. Right, so let's go. Let's move it back about 3 inches. Okay, so now it's probably 6 to 8 inches back. I really should have had a measuring tape with me, but that is back a little bit. And go back a little bit further. Now this is probably where I normally record from, and we'll see how that goes. And finally, let's go back about 18 inches. So I'll move that back there, and this is about 18 inches away. It's actually quite a comfortable distance to record from, but as you can hear, the sound is probably a little bit poorer compared to the others. Okay, so let's go back to the 2 to 3 inches, and then we'll do this again at the end when there's no sound deadening, and I'm sure you'll hear the difference then. Right, so in this portion of the mic test, what I've done is I've simply removed the duvet from the floor. Obviously, if you have a rug, that's going to be perfect. In fact, that's what I'm off out to buy tomorrow, as today's Monday, and it's a public holiday here in Spain, as well as much of Europe. Right, so let's move on to the next bit where I will remove the towel from the desk. Right, so now I've removed the towel from the desk. So what I've got is I've still got the microphone sat on a towel. This is, you'll see at the end when I actually remove this, because it's such a heavy bass and it's on a wooden desk, the desk works as a bit of a sounding board. So that can be an issue, and I'll leave that in at the end for a little bit so you can actually hear it. Right, so we've now removed the duvet from the floor, and now we've removed the towel from the desk. So literally between me and the screen, there is just a wooden desk, which should start to reverb and bounce some sound back. Right, next I will open the curtains. Right, I now have the curtains open. I can actually see what I'm doing now. It's getting a little bit dark in here, but you may be able to hear a little bit more echo. In fact, I can actually see a little bit more echo on the sound waves that are showing because I'm recording in Audacity, and you get a visual representation. Right, so that is now no deadening on the floor. We've got no deadening, can't even say this word, deadening on the desk, and we've got no deadening in front of the window. So I've got a big sheet of glass just bouncing noise back at me, which is around about, I would say, 8 feet away. Right, so the final one I need to do is remove the duvet from the wall. I will do that, even though it took a bit of work to get it up there. Okay, guys, back in a moment. Right, okay, so now I'm back, and we have absolutely no deadening whatsoever. The duvet's off the wall. The only thing I have got, I've still got the microphone sat on the towel, and I'll actually take that off now so you can actually hear exactly how it sounds. And I'll try not to remove this bit of noise reduction. Okay, so that is the microphone sat on the desk. If I'm silent, I can actually see the sound waves on Audacity. Okay, so that is that. I am going to put it back on the towel for now. Right, so as I said, I've got the mic very close to me. What I'm going to do now is move stuff out of the way. I'm going to start to slide the microphone back. So we're starting off from the 2 to 3 inches again. I'm going to 6 inches, about 12 inches, and maybe 18 inches by the time we finish. Right, so this is about 6 inches now. And you might maybe hear a bit more echo. Now we're at 9 inches, possibly a little bit more echo. About 12 inches. This is only approximate as I haven't got any. And finally, as far back as I can go. So that is it at the furthest distance. Now, hopefully, you will hear a difference from this to the first bit of audio that I recorded, which I will put at the end here again, so you can hear it cleaned up and at the end. Okay, guys, I'm going to move this back now. Right, so now this is finally it's 2-3 inches from me, probably the best distance with no deadening. In a moment, you'll hear it 2 to 3 inches with lots of deadening. Thanks. Bye. Hi guys, welcome to this little test that I'm going to do. What this is simply a sound test. So what I've done, I've deadened the sound as much as possible in the office, and we're going to see how it goes as I remove different levels of deadening. About 12 inches. This is only approximate as I haven't got a ruler. And now finally, as far back as I can go. So that is it at the furthest distance.